Hey everyone, this is Alex. Just a word of warning. This episode has a lot of audio distortions and weird staticky sounds to it. It's not all the time. It kind of bobs in and out. But if this is your first episode, maybe don't. Maybe go back and listen to one of our other ones. But it's a good episode, and we wanted to put it out anyway. Just bear with us, please. I'm really sorry. We have no idea what was causing it, but we filmed it at a location we might not film again at. We don't know, but we're going to try to fix it next time. So just maybe don't listen to this if it's your first episode, but give it a try if you like the show. And yeah, that's it. Thanks. Hello and welcome to Peeves and Qs, a podcast where we ask each other questions and talk about what's annoying us each and every week. I'm your host, Mr. Red, and with me is the Clever Girl.
Hey-o.
Woods Kamael.
Hello.
And Carmen Sandiego.
Hello.
That's all we have this week. Everyone else is busy, seeing
Light
shows.
crowd.
Light crowd. It's been a little bit of time since we've last recorded.
It is.
So I'd like to open up with our first segment.
How the hell are you guys?
How the hell are you guys? How's it going?
Good.
How's life?
Good.
Good.
Getting busy.
Mm-hmm.
It's already November.
I seriously, you just feel it. The second Halloween's over,
Yeah.
you're just like,
it's going to be January. Yeah.
I have so much to do. Yeah.
Right.
I have
It's
a
so
show
little time.
in 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh. When you put a number to it, that's scary. Because that means my show's in,
So
in
I
5 weeks.
Whoa.
I have 4 more classes, official classes left before then. So it's scary. We'll be
that's
fine.
very
But yeah,
scary.
we were told that on this past week. We were like, oh. So we're like
Yikes.
learning and cleaning at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scary times.
Yeah. It's weird to think it's November and I don't have my lines down yet for my show.
Yeah.
Which is really embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yeah. You just finished a show. What's kind of
Yeah,
did. It
you're
was
done.
great. I
Congrats
loved it.
on
It was-
closing your show.
Mm-hmm.
It was my favorite since Chicago.
Wow.
awesome.
Good.
Not that I've been in that many shows since,
Right.
but I loved it. Loved it.
Good.
Cool. I've been good. By the way, yeah, last episode we mentioned it would be the last, did we?
Mhm.
Or
I think we did.
I think
Last
we did.
episode in Apartment 10.
Last episode of Apartment 10. Yeah, we did, because we announced it. So that I've moved into Clipper Girl's house, and that's going really well, I think.
Now it is.
I
I like it. We adapted super quick.
Yeah.
Like it took like a day and a half.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh, this is what normal is.
Yeah, this is what
And
life
this
is gonna
That's
be.
great.
We did see this.
Yes,
yes.
we did. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Since this is post Halloween.
You would hate this.
So
I
with the area we live in, it's the Saginaw area of Michigan. I don't know if that means anything to everyone else, but there's this series of films that this group of independent filmmakers put out called Haunted Saginaw,
Yep.
which is a series of like haunted house paranormal investigations of local areas
In Saginaw.
in Saginaw. And they always make a huge show out of airing them in front of a theater full of people.
Dude, they have like a premiere,
Hell
a technical red carpet, and
Yeah.
No.
Super fun.
It was decent. Like, I liked going to the theater.
right.
seeing
It's
it.
just like a fun, spooky thing to go.
Yeah, it was a good
do.
Halloween
Don't care.
activity. But like,
I wouldn't do it.
I would have
Yeah.
liked it more had it been like you said the library one was. You said?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. This one, their last couple have been at people's houses, and it's been very, like, ghost hunters, like,
It's all been very samey. Like, you can't really
Yeah.
tell them
like,
apart
oh,
from each
yes,
other.
this is a,
Demonic spirit. I was like, goodbye.
Instead
Yes.
of just, like, like I said, my favorite one is, like, when they go to the library, and they're like, oh, yeah, there's, like, some stuff going on here, but nothing really threatening, and just really interesting stuff.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, now they're just making, like, it's scary and, like, really dramatic. So,
Yeah.
they're fun.
I just hate that it's so close.
Yeah,
I
like
hate
that house is just chilling. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
hate
like
that.
you could go there.
Well,
like, we won't.
It's all very fake. That's the thing that
It-
strikes
so you-
me.
This
Yeah.
shit's real, guys.
Mm,
It could be real.
you haven't, you haven't
The
seen
movie,
it. It's pretty fake.
after a while, I was like, okay.
I think it is very much embellished.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it is, but
So, yeah, and we've seen a lot of movies, which we won't talk about all of them because we just don't have the time, but...
Yeah, recently we've seen a ton of. We've gotten into this groove where we go to see a movie on Saturday mornings, which I really enjoy.
Because then you have the
that's
whole day.
awesome.
You have the entire
That's super
day.
cute. I love that.
Yeah.
To go and do stuff.
Yeah.
But today we saw Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian
nice.
Rhapsody.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
Do you guys intend to see, or did you have any interest in it?
Didn't hear much about it, but yeah.
Yeah, they were doing press this week.
Mhm.
Did it just come out? It just
Yes,
came out.
it
didn't
came out this
Yeah,
week.
and so it was interesting to see all the people who are in it. I didn't realize one of the actors, Alan Leach from Downton Abbey, is in it.
Mm.
I like Downton Abbey. So, yeah, I think I would see it.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten to get to see anything in the theaters lately. I feel like I have to keep waiting and watching it on
Mhm.
demand, which is
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen, like, a children's movie. That was the last one I saw.
Wow.
We have seen many, many movies,
Yes.
including Halloween.
Halloween, the new one, which I talked about wanting to see.
So you prepped for this movie, and did you guys know that there's like what
11 now.
11 Halloween
That's
movies?
10 not including this new one.
Yeah, that's insane. But like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, they're
yeah.
the same way. There's just a
They just have
bunch
so
of them.
many sequels, yeah.
So we went through and he watched all of them.
Every
Yum.
single one. Yeah.
Wednesday last week rolls around. Halloween goes to class.
Yes, I go to class. I'm sitting in my classroom. Everything's normal. No one's dressed up. And I'm like, you know what I have to do? Just go to the bathroom. So I walked, and as I was passing through the hallway, through the corner of my eye, I saw a mysterious shape in one of the classrooms. And I was like, what's that? Stop, turn around, look. It's a full classroom with students, so it's not like an empty room or whatever. The professor is up there giving a lecture and everything, but sitting in one of the seats is a man wearing a Michael Myers Halloween mask, full suit and everything, like the blue jumpsuit, just like staring at his paper, taking notes, wearing a full Halloween costume. Nobody else is dressed up, and he's wearing this mask, listening to the lecture, taking notes, and you're just seeing through these tiny eye slits. It was committed
it
to the
moving?
bit. I didn't see it making a lot of motion, no, so it's possible that it was just like some kind of
Dummy.
mannequin or
like
dummy.
set up.
It probably was a
But-
person.
but I feel
There's
like
always
it
that
was-
one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
So that was very fun. I took a picture of it because it was just like this Halloween
If
mask.
it had been in your classroom, would you have stayed?
Yes, I would have stayed, but
I feel
would
like
not
I wouldn't
been-
have. I would have been
would've-
too freaked out. And I would have been like, I gotta go.
You think it was actually Michael Myers? who
No,
was just hanging
but-
out?
But I feel like I don't know.
Good night for you.
I'm
Yeah.
a starer though,
Uh-huh.
on accident.
Yeah.
Like I just stare. I noticed I was doing that
sister's
today,
like
and
that.
I was like, "Oh, I need to stop."
Because
Because I like looking at people. I just stare on accident, and I'm like, I gotta stop staring at these people.
Because they're going to stare
But like,
at
I
you.
feel like they wanted that.
Well, if they're in
At a
costume,
place like
yes,
that,
you went
yes.
to a Comic-Con today.
I did,
And so-
and they were dressed in a way that I feel like wanted
Mhm.
people to look at them.
There is always those type of people at a con who they're not necessarily like creative types with their cosplays,
Mm-mm, no,
but they're provocative in a sense.
provocative for
Yeah,
in a
and
way.
it's just and you're just like, okay,
I think even the people who aren't doing stuff like that, I think everyone who's wearing a costume
wants to be looked
to be
at.
looked
I
at,
agree.
wants to-
I agree.
Otherwise, you wouldn't wear it, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Otherwise, you would just be like, I'll just put on like,
right.
I
But
agree.
these
Sure.
were not like crazy creative, though.
Yeah. That's different.
Yeah,
All right, well, so we've all been good.
you guys had a good Halloween.
You
Yeah.
did.
Yes.
Did you do any activities on the day of Halloween?
I went to class.
I went trick-or-treating with my nephew.
I went trick or treating with my niece.
Really? Cool.
Yeah, well, see, my family
Oh
usually
yes,
does.
I saw you dressed up.
Yeah, my family usually does like a, like all my cousins and their kids we all go together, and everybody went separately this year, which kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But like my sister and her boyfriend, like they wanted to do their thing separately too this year. And I already said that I was going to dress up with them as a group.
So you had to go with them.
So I had to go with them. And I'm
Right.
like, dang it, I don't really want to like go without but I had to.
Yeah.
Because like my niece was dressed, she was she was all excited. I was like, I have to go with them. So I did, but kind of missed out a little bit, but that's okay. It was fine. We had fun.
Yeah. Carmen Sandiego.
It was nice weather.
Did you
Yeah.
have to work that day on Halloween?
I did not have to work.
Oh,
on
I was going to
Halloween.
ask if you dressed up for work. Would you?
No,
you
I would have, yeah, because people did, and we were
Mm.
our business was open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dressed up for work, and it's so hard to pick a costume because you still have to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be
And-
able to do your job.
Yeah, I have to be able to do my job. And my job, I have to have my like arms covered, And I have to have the ability to cover my face, like, with a mask and glasses and stuff. So, like, picking a costume is just, like, unreal.
You could just not.
Do you know
I
me?
know. I saw what you had on, and it looked nice. It was, like, appropriate for work, but also
comfortable.
festive. Yes.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah. I went as pumpkin spice. I just had, like, a orange
Yes.
sweater, and it had a jack-o'-lantern face on, and then Mr. Red made me a button that said McCormick. And so it was pumpkin spice.
That was very funny.
But yeah, but then, like, we only worked half a day, thank God, and, then I just went home and, like, waited for the 3 trick-or-treaters that we get. And so this year, I seriously felt like I sat on the outside of Halloween and looked in.
Yeah, for
Everybody.
real. It kind of seemed like that.
Even for you, you did, like, a spooky show.
I did it. Well, I did a show, and then I just didn't, like, participate in anything else other than the show. Like, I didn't decorate really here. I put, like, a couple things up. I didn't really do anything else.
Yeah.
That's it.
We
I was so busy with the show. Like, every weekend I did rehearsals and that I just didn't do anything else Halloween. I didn't like go to parties. I didn't do like.
There weren't any parties to go to.
Yeah, nobody.
Seriously though.
Right.
Yeah.
I went to a party from somebody that I knew from dance, so that was fun. But yeah, we all didn't go to a party together.
Yeah, which is
different.
different.
Sucked. It sucked. Let's just say it. It sucked.
Yep.
Since the last podcast, I have started a YouTube series of Let's Plays, video game stuff.
You really gonna do this here?
Yes, of course. I am playing Pokemon, one of the Pokemon games, and I'm trying to beat the game or get as far as I can using the weakest and worst like 6 of the weakest Pokemon in the game. It's a Wurmple. And it's very difficult and very funny to watch me do that. So go watch that.
Where can they go to watch that?
YouTube.com.
What do they look up?
Mr. Red Productions. The Wurmple Challenge is that one. There's also, I have a few more games on there. But I can't say youtube.com/ because for some reason YouTube has decided that if you're new, it's going to give you a random series of numbers and letters, and you can request a specific one only as long as after you get like a certain number of
views,
subscribers, and followers, and
that's
everything. So they say they encourage like new creators, but that is one of those things that's actively harmful to new creators. So I don't know why they say that they're pro new creators.
Would you say that's your peeve?
No, but we should transition into our next segment. Peeves. Who wants to go first?
So my peeve is that YouTube just doesn't. YouTube isn't.
You can't steal.
Doesn't give you custom URL options.
You can do it on like Twitter. You can do it on basically everything else.
Yeah. Facebook does it for you.
Yeah, Facebook does it for you. That's their slogan.
Okay, but what's your real peeve?
My real peeve is this is one of those things that people do as a joke, and they mean it to be like cordial and funny.
You're looking right.
Yeah, because you're going to be like, well, they're just trying to be nice. Just let me be annoyed by this, all right? It's whenever there's an empty seat, and there's a group around that empty seat, and some new person comes in and says, hey, is anyone sitting here? And the people respond with, yeah, you are. Or they say, is this seat taken? And they're like, yup, by you. Or some combination of that.
There has been something going around the internet, and that's like a typical white person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or like, I've even seen it where it's like in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Right,
you know.
I think it's hilarious.
It's just like corny.
Yeah, and it's like, it's one of those jokes that's so predictable. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna say that because I'm asking for it, but until you confirm it, it's not my seat, so you're actually lying. I'm not sitting here. This
you get like really confused. You're like, huh?
Yeah, well,
when they start saying like, yeah.
Yes, and then they say
then
you are, and I'm
you
like,
are, and you're like,
what?
what?
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
All right, well, I think it's
because we're
peevish.
used to the joke.
Yeah.
I hear it literally every single day of my life, probably.
I'm trying to think of other ones that people have said that white people say are like,
I'm just gonna squeeze by.
oh, like when I'm just gonna squeeze by you here, and then like that's okay instead of like, or you're all right. That's another one too.
Instead of saying.
Or when like a waitress brings the bill over and they're like, "What's the damage?" Like that's another one that I've heard. Yeah. You know what died the second we started recording it, and it just came to my mind? Our last episode, you're talking about the moth memes.
The moth meme.
They immediately died that day.
I just saw someone that dressed up as the moth meme for Halloween.
That's
good.
good. Hey, I love the moth memes still.
I feel like I haven't seen any since
it was
we
on
recorded.
like some vlog I was watching, and somebody was like, my friend here, he's the moth meme, and he was like, go into the light. And they were like walking down the street, and he was like going into a street lamp.
That's amazing.
I think I did see the origin post, the first moth picture that was like the picture.
Yeah.
I'm on this subreddit called r/creepy, and it's all about like creepy stuff. And somebody's like, I took this really close-up shot of a moth on my windshield, on my window, and I looked at it, and it was that picture. And I was like, is this the first time that picture was posted, and people took it and made it a funny thing?
Maybe. I also saw it on like this sub Facebook thing that that I follow. Is I fucking love science.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it on there too. They're like, this is the original picture taken by blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
You killed it.
I did. I must have.
Yeah.
I'm really sad because they were really funny.
Talk about something
very
bad
funny.
so that it'll die next.
Trump.
Okay.
Go and vote. You won't hear this before.
Yeah, you won't hear this.
I hope you
Actually,
voted.
I do plan on trying to get this episode up as soon as possible so we don't technically miss a week. So vote on Tuesday, November 6th, if you are hearing this before then. If you're hearing it after, vote November 6th, 2 years from now. That's important too.
Yep.
2 years.
It's not November 6th. It'll be whatever Tuesday.
It'll be
you're right.
whatever.
It's whatever
yeah.
the first, that first.
Whatever.
You know what we mean.
Vote when you want to vote. When you have to vote, vote. So who wants to go next? Peeves.
I'll go. Today we
Great.
went to see, like I said, Bohemian Rhapsody. We went at 11 o'clock in the morning to like the most unpopular movie theater. So we were like, oh, cool, it's not going to be busy at all.
What was that?
And
Rave?
it wasn't. Yes, it is. And so go in, get awesome seats. There's just like a few people, typical people you would go to expect to see this movie that's rated what?
PG-13.
PG-13, PG-16 even maybe. And, movie starts and we get a good chunk of the way through it. And then all of a sudden this like, cause it's like loud, it's all the music and all that stuff. And all of a sudden it's this like quiet scene. And I hear
A baby?
not a baby, but a toddler. Like, what did he even said, he just was like, can we go get popcorn? And I was like, motherfucker, let
It's
this
the
kid in
best.
here. So, he ruined, like, the entire movie.
Literally, the entire movie was just noise from either him or his grandparents, because they weren't his parents. They
had to be grandparents.
they were old.
Two ancient people with him.
They were just like...
Ancient. This kid couldn't have been more than maybe 5.
And
maybe.
They were not trying to keep the toddler quiet. They
Or
or themselves. They were like responding to him like, no, we can't go get popcorn now. We'll go get it after. And I'm like, shut.
They would always wait till the quietest parts of the movies. And not only is he talking, he's also running down his aisle because there's nobody sitting there, like hitting the seats so they're like, doo-doo, doo-doo,
Yeah.
doo-doo.
Oh, I would have talked to an usher.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
Ooh, I
can you make
could
them
have
leave?
done that. And then also like, he must have had like change, like in his pocket, picking it up, putting it on the ground so it's cling, cling, cling.
Yeah, just deliberately making noise, just to make noise, not for any, reason.
And so we went with another couple, and like every time they were right behind us. Like every time that kid made one, we all 4 turned and stared at this couple, and they did nothing. I'm like,
they probably just have given up.
Maybe. Don't take your toddler to, first of all, the movies. Secondly, to Bohemian Rhapsody, an adult film with naughty language.
and actions.
And actions. So,
I can't imagine that was an appropriate movie. for a
Yeah,
child.
no wonder your kid's not, or grandkid's not entertained.
Yeah, they don't care. That's not like a fun movie for kids.
No.
It's not like a actiony, fun, cartoony thing.
I don't know why. People shouldn't be even allowed to bring children into movies.
I
like
agree.
that.
You
I
should be
totally
at least
agree.
30 before you can go into
Because
a movie
this
theater.
kind of
30.
Yeah.
None of us.
None of us could go.
None of us.
But like even the same thing when we went to see the Meg. That kid wasn't bad, but I did notice that there was like a child watching this movie, and I was dumbfounded that someone would bring a little kid to see such a scary movie.
Yeah, it's bad. Literally everyone, if your child is a child, they don't belong in the movie theater.
And I don't want to hear the bullshit of I can't find a sitter and that's not
Then
fair.
you don't
then
go to
you
the
don't
movie.
get to go. I'm
Yes.
sorry, you have to wait.
You made a choice when you had that child, so.
Bye.
Carmen Sandiego doesn't even have a a child, and she still has to wait to see movies.
I know.
Yeah.
Life, people. Life.
Like that's too bad. You don't get to do that. Like, just don't do that. Don't take your grubby ass kids.
I love it. I love it.
You
And
know what?
it's even
I just love that. Don't take your grubby ass.
Oh, yeah.
when they're assholes too. Like I don't know. It's not even okay. Like when the kid's like a perfect angel. That's not appropriate
No.
parenting.
Right. They don't understand and won't appreciate it, so it's not like you're having.
Or
an
you're gonna
experience
scar
with
them for like the rest of their life with like
Seriously,
traumatic
yeah.
images.
Yeah.
I saw.
Hey,
the-
Process it.
I'm scarred from my childhood from
Yeah.
going over to my grandmother's house and having to watch The Night of the Hunter.
Okay, yeah,
from,
you're that.
oh god,
No, that's
terrible.
that stuff stays with
Terrible.
you.
Yep.
It really does.
Yeah.
No.
Whoa!
What?
I was just looking up Peter Jackson's King Kong movie because I saw that in theaters. I was 11 when it came out, but that movie is 3.5 hours long.
Oh, no, thank
3
you.
hours and 21 minutes, and that movie.
Bohemian
freaks me
Rhapsody
out.
Bohemian Rhapsody was 2 hours and 15 minutes, and
Wow.
I was like itching by the
Yeah.
end of it.
I
was
can't
like,
sit
come on.
in those seats for that long. I'm like old now, I guess.
Yeah, Mr. Ed and I both were leaning
Like-
leaning forward, like onto
Right.
the seat in front of us because we couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
And but not only was it 2 hours and 15 minutes, they had seven movie premieres in front of it.
Previews.
Seven.
Seven commercials.
Dang.
7 movies.
That's kind of nice, but
That's a lot.
too many.
I like them, but
I need
there was
like
a point
3,
where I was
and
like,
that's it.
For what movies? Like ones you hadn't seen before?
some of them. Yeah.
Some of them, yes. Some of them, no.
Okay, that's
I couldn't honestly tell you. There's one with Viggo Mortensen in it.
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, and
There's also
Mahershala Ali. I don't know
Yes.
if that's how you pronounce it.
Yes.
But that was good.
It looks like a good movie.
It looks like a great movie. There's also a Robin Hood movie.
Yep,
Is that what it's called? Just Robin Hood
I
with
think so.
Taron
And
Egerton?
Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx. I don't know anyone's names anymore.
And then there's the new Clint Eastwood
These are
movie.
made up names.
Yeah.
And that one looks stupid.
I told our friend that we were seeing that looks like Breaking Bad the movie.
Yes,
'Cause it's essentially the exact
It's called The Mule.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a drug mule and blah 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 blah.
I think
It's
I've
like-
seen that trailer.
Yeah.
Doing this for my family. Or...
Yeah. And it's like, are you?
Probably not.
No, Clint Eastwood, you're doing it for yourself, since the very first thing that pops up is an image of him and then goes black screen across it, says a Clint Eastwood movie. How extra can you be? Like, of course.
Tommy was so extra.
Pretty much.
Oh,
So yes, that's my peeve. Fucking kids at inappropriate movies.
Agree.
that's a
And parents
good-
and grandparents.
Or
who
just
bring
like
them.
kids that can't sit still in any movie.
Yeah.
If you can't handle it, you can't be here.
Yep.
Like in the theater too.
Yep.
All right.
It's a good one.
Cool. Who else wants to give a peeve to us?
Don't jump. I'll jump at once.
Yeah.
I have so many
Settle
things to
down.
complain about. I'm just kidding. Okay. Quote unquote friends. This is such a subtweet. Like, quote unquote friends that instead of addressing an issue, just decide to ghost.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yep.
it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay. And then that's just the end of it.
Right.
That's my peeve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've experienced that a lot this year, and I'm really sad about it. And it sucks.
I agree. I think that as like adults, like hopefully mature adults, if you're listening, hopefully you're a mature adult if you're listening. Like talk to your
no
friends.
kids
Talk to your friends. If you are truly friends with someone,
You should be able to.
you
talk
should be
about.
able to sit down and have a conversation with them. And if you feel like you no longer wish to be friends with them or whatever the case may be, you should at least be able to have a conversation about it, opposed to just never dealing with it.
I agree.
Because that's shady.
I think
Don't be shady.
I think we've talked about this idea previously that like there's no protocol for friends not being friends with each other anymore.
Yeah, like in a relationship, you like break
Yeah,
up.
you can break up, but for friends, you can't just be like, "I'm ending this friendship" or whatever.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. So I don't. It's
So
an
most of the
interesting
time, you just like grow apart, and it like slowly you just kind of like
That's
leave
true.
each other's life, or a huge traumatic event happens, and like
There's a falling out,
yeah,
and,
right,
yelling at
and
each
all
other.
that. But like when it's just like when either you feel like you can't hang out with that person anymore because they're a certain way, or they think you did something but you didn't,
Mhm.
and you're
just
constantly
weird.
like reaching out, and they're
Mhm.
just like, huh? It's awful.
Yeah, it is.
I just posted today. I'm just like, nobody reaches out. Nobody.
I saw that, yeah.
Mhm.
It's hard. I don't know if it's. just kind of where we are as a society.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that everyone is busy as an adult. You have your own stuff going on. You aren't going to necessarily be as available to your friends at all times as you were maybe in other stages of your life, but
You can
I think
still
that
be a
you
friend.
you still have the capacity to, be a friend, at least reach out and say, hey, I know I'm busy, but blah, 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 blah.
Make the effort.
So I feel like I'm busy is a cop-out that people use. Because, yes, so am I, and, like, so is everyone else.
Right.
But
you make the time.
Yeah.
But I still care. It's just annoying.
Agreed.
Great peeve.
Yeah, definitely. Very relatable.
Yep.
Close.
Peeve close.
Keep close. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. All right, Woods. Come on out.
I can't think of one.
Do you have a positive thought?
Yeah, do you want something?
She's like, no, I don't have any of those either.
I don't know. I just can't think of something on the spot right now.
Well, we can circle back to you if you want to do a
circle
peeve in
back,
the middle
circle
of
back.
something like that.
You can splice it together
Yeah.
somehow.
So, cut in here now her peeve. Wow, that was a good peeve. I liked it.
Right?
Relatable.
All right, so who has? Well, let's move on to our next segment. Questions, cues.
Questions.
Questions.
Do you have
Who
one?
wants to go first? I can start. So you guys know books?
No, what are
Sometimes.
those?
Yeah.
Familiar with books?
What are
The
those?
novels?
I love
So
books.
you also know how there's, and this is a question that I stole from Reddit because I liked it. You know how there are music covers, like somebody will cover a song?
Yes.
What would you want to see if there were authors who covered books? Like, a different author took a novel or a book or whatever that already exists and writes it themselves, same idea, same conceit and everything.
But their style.
But their style, their prose, their angle, whatever, is different.
Great question.
It might be a thinker.
It is.
But I came up with the book It, originally by Stephen King. I would want to see rewritten by Neil Gaiman.
And what has he written?
He's written American Gods, which is a book that's later turned into a TV show. He wrote a comic book called Sandman. He wrote an episode of Doctor Who. A couple episodes. He has a wide range.
So he's got a wide range. He's not strictly an author.
Right.
Like,
He's not,
like Stephen King is.
Yeah. I think Stephen King directed a little bit,
Yeah,
but he's mostly
but not
an author.
really.
You know him as an author. But he does horror really well. None of his books are strictly speaking horror, but they have scary elements. They have weird elements. Sandman definitely has some dark, messed up elements. And he's really good at like the dream-like quality that Stephen King has that frustrates me, and he's really good at stuff like that. I would just like to see. I really like Neil Gaiman as an author, and I really like the story of it and everything that happened. Well, most of the things that happen in it, but I can grow very frustrated with Stephen King's prose style sometimes. So I would like to see someone else tackle that project.
Yeah.
So, what are some novels you would like to see other people write?
Well, I know the book, and I'm struggling to find a writer that I would really want to redo it. The book I would choose is Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Because I thought I bought it. I, had watched the movie, and I, just was like, man, this is a really good story. And then I was like, oh, it's based on a book. I had no idea. Bought the book. Book's like 50 pages.
Yeah, it's really short.
Really?
Yeah, ridiculously short.
Literally, I want to interject with, you were over, this was back at the apartment, you were over and you got it and you're like, I want to read this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do homework.
And I finished.
Yeah, you finished it and walked back in and it was like, I'm done. And I'm like, you're done? It's been like 2.5 hours or something.
Yeah, I'm a really slow reader. Don't judge
Oh,
me.
that's it,
Yeah. But yeah, and it had a lot of the lines from the movie and the same kind of structure to it, but I did not fall in love with this book like I did the movie. It did not have flavor text or anything like that. So I would either say I would want J.K. Rowling to take a whack at it, or
V.C. Andrews, because she's my favorite.
I don't know what that is.
or even James.
Probably not.
James
She'd probably
Patterson.
not be good at that one.
I think James Patterson is a really good writer, and he writes easy. His stuff is very easy to take. And so, yeah, I would say I would say either of them would be really good. J.K. Rowling would be awesome because then more people would read it because she wrote it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say Brokeback Mountain.
I like it. Neat idea. All right, anyone else?
V.C. Andrews is my favorite author.
And
anything she writes,
anything she writes. Okay, so what's a book like? What's a story that you like that you were like, oh, I wish she would take a turn at it?
Geez, I don't. Everything I read is from her.
Is her
basically.
Yeah.
What's
like a show that you like that you would like to see in a book form?
Oh, yeah.
Like maybe get more into the lore of it, or maybe like a movie or something.
World building,
yeah. Because that's where you can get more world building is in a book.
Oh, yeah.
Called fan fiction, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Boy, I don't know.
I'm going to say for a something, I want to see Brokeback Mountain wrote by the 50 Shades of Grey author. Because it would be just a funny read.
Oh, it would be.
She's so awful.
Danielle Steele.
Oh, yeah.
No, not Danielle Steele.
No, that's her.
E.L.
No, that's
E.L. James.
E.L. James.
You're answering for you? Or are you saying
No, that's who I thought.
Oh, no, it's not
It's
Danielle
not
Steele.
Danielle Steele.
Oh.
She writes like good
stuff.
Good romantic.
I thought
books.
that's who wrote.
No, this lady. This was her first book.
I want to see Brokeback Mountain written by George R.R. Martin.
Don't say that.
Everyone would die. It would be miserable.
That would be sad.
It's already sad.
What
It's
about,
already sad.
what about Carmen?
The first thing that popped into my mind, I'm just gonna go with. So, the Gossip Girl series of books, I really got into when I was doing a project on media literacy and censorship in just like literature. So those are written by Cecily von Ziegler, I think. And she writes very conversationally. They were so easy to read. And they were just very intriguing to read. And I would like to see her rewrite the Anne of Green Gables books.
Oh, that's a
by
good choice.
L.M. Montgomery, because I love those. Let's just say this. I love the first book, the third book, which is Anne of the Island, and then like there's a seventh book, I believe, which I don't even know if L.M. Montgomery wrote. It might have been written by someone else after she died, but it was based on her books. Some of the middle ones are a slog. Like, we'll just be real. You guys, if you've read the books, you know what I'm talking about. But I love that world. It's such a beautiful story, and I would be really interested to see what Cecily would do with that world, bringing like a contemporary voice to those characters. That would be fascinating. So, yes, because more people should read the Anne of Green Gables books. And the Gossip Girl book's really popular, so.
I would like to see, who wrote the Tale of Unfortunate Events?
Lemony Snicket.
Yes.
I don't know who wrote that.
I don't know what it is. Really.
I would like him to take a whack at like classic Shakespeare.
Ooh.
And like really bring it down to where like elementary school kids could start to get into it.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Like I know a lot of stories that we read today are based off of classic Shakespeare.
The Lion King, a lot of Disney stuff.
A lot of stuff. And that's really cool, but if you could make it like obvious that this is what you're doing so you can kind of introduce them so by the time they get to high school they're just like really into it because I loved it in high school but a lot of my classmates didn't.
Yeah.
And I just wish if they would have gotten just more into it. Yeah.
You call it like Hamlet and have the characters Hamlet and Ophelia in it, or you call it Romeo and Juliet instead of like mask it with something else.
Yeah.
Set it sci-fi or whatever.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think a lot of the things that are based on, like, what is that movie with Amanda Bynes? She's the Man.
She's the Man.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that, it makes you wonder, like, oh, well, what is that source material? Okay, I'm going to now go back and read that or like, look into that.
Right.
It's a good movie, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good
I love
movie.
that movie.
I don't because I don't like Amanda Bynes, but
She's the Man. It's based off of
Oh my
Shakespeare.
God, yes.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
She's had a hard life.
Yes.
Yes, she's had a hard life.
Well,
She
she's
has.
like lost her mind. So.
Right. Honorable mention, I want to see The Catcher in the Rye written today.
Oh. Yeah, so it's not so boring.
So it's not so boring, because I think I really like a lot of what that book has to say about, like, rebellion and nihilism. I think that might be the right word, but it's such an old book, and it's so unrelatable to modern audiences. Yeah. Like, you can't relate to this character or any of the characters in it, but you're meant to, and I think if it were written today with more, I don't know, just better, not better, because it's great, but if it were written with more contemporary mindset point of view, I would really enjoy that. Because I like that book, but I have a hard time with that book.
Yeah, a lot of times things don't translate. Like, they don't really
stand the test of
age
time.
well. Yeah.
Did you guys read To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You did.
That would be a great one.
I'm just glad that you guys did, because, like, I'll tell Mr. Ed, like, oh yeah, I read that in high school, and he'll be like, I've never even heard of that book, and so...
That's a bad example. Particular Mockingbird, I have read, but stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah. I just love that they keep having kids read that. I think it's very important.
Yeah, timeless stories.
Because, damn, the same issues that are in that book fucking happen today.
Yeah.
I just love stuff like that.
That reminds me, since To Kill a Mockingbird has to deal with, like, race and everything, have you guys seen the original Night of the Living Dead movie?
No.
That movie has a black man as the protagonist, and it's never talked about. And that movie came out in, like, 1964, which is, like, the height of, like, race relations and things like that in at the front of everyone's mind.
Yeah.
And the main character, and that was, like, apparently completely accidental. They just cast him because he was really good, and...
Accidental.
Well,
Don't say accidental. They casted him because he was good.
Yeah, but they weren't trying to make those points, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I just thought that was interesting, and since it's still Halloween time, and it will be for a couple of weeks now,
No.
I want to talk about it.
No, the second Halloween
The rest of this weekend is still
Oh.
Halloween time.
Yeah.
You're on a countdown.
All right, well, this episode comes out tonight, so let's go.
Any other word on books? Because since we brought that up, I'll go into my question.
Ooh.
Which, since, I mean, I take
Question.
it very seriously. Like, after Halloween, I'm getting ready for fucking Christmas. Because I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
But,
Calm down.
so I just want to know, like,
Thanksgiving's
what is a thing what's a tradition you have every year in the holiday season? It can be, either Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or anything in between.
Good question.
What are we excited for, or what is a tradition?
What is both?
Okay.
What's a tradition that you're very excited for? And then we could go back around to the tradition you fucking hate that happens every year.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anything. Okay.
Well, every year on Halloween, I go over to my grandma's, on Halloween night, and we draw names for Christmas.
Oh, you do that on Halloween?
On Halloween
That's a
night.
good- that's a good
That's
idea.
really early.
That's
I like
good.
Yeah.
That gives you a lot of time to prepare.
It gives you a lot of time to prepare, so everybody,
No excuses.
Did you get to do
8
that this
o'clock,
year? You did.
Yep, at 8 o'clock around that time on Halloween night, we go over to my grandma's and we draw names, and
Aw, do you like who you got this year?
yeah, I got one of my little cousins, so one of my cousin's kids, so I'm really excited who got me, so.
Cool.
Very cool.
Mhm.
What do you have?
Well, I've started this tradition actually pretty recently. There's an episode of Black Mirror called White Christmas, and it takes place on Christmas, and it was like a Christmas special. And it's like longer than most episodes. It's like an hour and a half long or something. And it's arguably the best episode of that show. And I absolutely love it, and I watch it every year at Christmas time.
And that's what you're most excited for?
Probably. I mean,
This is a long-standing tradition thing
This
with
has
Black
to be
Mirror. It's only
what,
been out
long
for
what do you want me to
year.
say? Opening presents with the family?
I don't know.
Everyone's gonna say stuff like that. I want to make it interesting.
Okay.
All right. What are you excited for Christmas then, huh?
It didn't say Christmas. I said holiday time.
Oh, well.
No. I get incredibly excited for Black Friday.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
what you're excited about Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, buying presents for you. Yeah, I get really excited about that.
Well, watching a show that I love. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
Go on.
because I used to go Black Friday shopping with my really good friend, but now she's moved away, so, like, my sister has stepped in to do it with me, and it's fun. We get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, she's fucking miserable, I'm excited as hell.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
I do it.
And we just
No.
go. And then we go to Bronner's, which, if you're listening, is like the biggest Christmas store in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we go
Huge.
every Black Friday. Everyone's in a horrible mood.
I wouldn't want to go there.
Aren't there so many people? Like, don't you just want to kill yourself? Aren't there just...
That's what's so exciting about it, that you're just like, and we
No.
drag
I
my
wanna-
dad, Mr. Red usually goes, and
wanna
my sister and I
stress-
are at each other's throats by then.
How many
how many people are in this
only
store?
time,
A lot.
This is
Okay.
the only time Clever Girl ever feels this way.
Yeah,
about it.
ever. I usually hate crowds.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't want to go to Bronner's.
Yeah,
at
of all
that time.
places.
You literally can't move.
No,
Right,
you know,
right.
like-
And I used to work there.
Whoa.
So I wouldn't...
No.
Whew. I just remember being in that store at that time of year and just...
Did you go up to the little, like, don't they, like, look at the people from the upper deck?
Do they like hide behind the
little
the ornaments and like
nativity things and peek out?
I don't know.
Find
I don't know
shoplifter.
because...
she wasn't that high
Oh,
up on
okay.
the train.
No, I
Security
worked in the stocking department. Like I was in the back doing mostly internet orders, but usually when it got really busy
You
during
have
that
to go on the
time of
floor.
year, they'd
Yeah.
make me go out on the floor and I would just like stack the ornaments in like a thing around me. And then they'd be like, "You can't do that." And I would be like,
Like I can't.
I hated it.
Like hide in a tree of ornaments.
Seriously, I would just like stack them in a mountain around me. It was awful. Awful.
Maybe the
God.
girl from this movie works at Rock.
Maybe.
Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, I just love. And I really like making
Go to Birch Run sometimes. Black
making
Friday.
Christmas cookies with my grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The,
That's nice.
the cookies
That's
aren't even
nice.
that good, but like, I don't know. And the last like 5 years, Mr. Red has been a very crucial part of making the cookies because he sets the timer.
Okay.
And she won't let anybody else set the timer except Mr. Red.
Yeah,
That's
and it makes me
nice.
feel like a kid that's like, I want to do it. I want to set
But
the
she's
timer.
like...
But she's the one pushing it.
She's
So I'm
like, no, Alex will set the timer.
Oh,
Like,
that's
okay.
sweet. How old is your
Cute.
grandma, Jody?
87.
Aw.
Yes.
That's how old one of my grandmas is.
Mhm. And she's still sassy.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's full of it.
She is
Oh,
full
yeah.
of piss and vinegar, and I hope I'm like that when I get older.
I feel like you will be.
Um,
I feel like
Yeah.
you will
I
be.
hope
I
so.
wonder if she's listening now.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I'm so, and it's almost what do I want to say? It's almost a idiosyncrasy I have of when I have a tradition, we have to do that. And if someone strays from that,
Mhm.
I get very, very upset with
You
them.
do.
And I know, like, things change over time and stuff like that. And people,
Yeah.
Change, yeah.
change and don't want to do stuff anymore. They want to do something different, but like I am like a firm believer in like, oh, I love this tradition. It's because I can control it and I can plan like when it's
Yeah.
coming. And
There are
stuff
some
like
things
that.
like if you don't do it every year, if you skip a year, you will not do it again.
Mm.
yeah,
Because you're like, oh, this was easier, so
yeah. So I won't do it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
It's true.
yes.
So I hold a lot of people to like things that they've done in the past.
Mhm.
Like we're gonna do this again, and like yeah, like thankfully my sister like stepped in to go Black Friday shopping with me. Otherwise, I'd take Mr. Ed. But
Yeah, so I would volunteer for something and be like, I guess I'll do that. And then Jody will be
Stick
like,
with it
oh,
every
this
year.
is just your life now. You do this forever. And I'm like, whoa, I was just helping.
yeah, that's true.
Yes.
But I like traditions.
Yeah.
Same.
Carmen?
My family does a lot of like Bavarian Christmas traditions.
Yes.
So we do an Advent wreath, the 4 Sundays of Advent leading up to Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
So we like light candles on the Advent wreath and we sing like German and Hungarian and English Christmas carols. And it's just a really cute little thing that just my family does. And if I'm not home at Christmas for Advent, my family calls me and puts me on speakerphone and we all sing
Aw.
over the phone.
Oh,
And
that's
it's really,
nice.
it's really, really nice. And I'll do that like my whole life just because that's just like that's my family thing.
You put your shoes out for Santa Claus,
Yes,
don't you?
we put our shoes out for St. Nicholas, and yes, it's very like Bavarian, like German style.
I love that.
Christmas.
Yeah.
That's great.
I had worked for your dad, and he was telling
Yes.
me your traditions and stuff, and I'm just like, that is such a nice thing to do because he was saying how
Yes, and I
how
always
they
get
go
a
through it.
Switch because I'm naughty, quote
Nintendo
unquote.
Switch?
And I
No.
wish it was a Nintendo,
Nintendo
Switch. I get a
Switch.
stick.
What if you did one year? They're like, this is your Switch.
You're supposed to get like
That's a Switch.
if you're naughty, you're
Whoa.
supposed to get a Switch, and if you're good, you're supposed to get dried fruit and like chocolates. And I always get both, which is such like
well, good. You have something to improve on.
yes,
Yeah.
every year. I'm like,
Does your nephew
okay.
get a Switch?
I think we all just
You
get
all
the
do.
same, yeah, because they know. But and then also for Christmas like Eve cookies that we make the same cookies every year. Some of them are like German things, but we make a English trifle, which was like my grandma's that passed away like 4 or 5 years ago's thing. So we make a trifle, and it's complicated to make, but I told my family we have to just keep making it because if we skip it, like we're not going to make it again. And that was like her thing. So we have very specific like desserts that we make on Christmas Eve.
You'll definitely like have those traditions with your family.
Yes,
like,
and I don't even really like the trifle. Like I don't like it, but I'm just gonna make it because it's a tradition.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I have a problem with. It's like, oh, we just do this even though we don't like it. No, you have the power. You have the control over your own life.
But like
Change those things. If you enjoy
I
doing
am
it,
the
it's one
but
thing.
my family has given us the option of not doing it, but I still want to do it for the like memory of like yeah.
You spend that time thinking about like your grandma and the years you've done that and like everything like
Yes,
that.
but I could not make it, but
You
I
could do
choose to make it.
Right.
You could instead do a tradition that you enjoy more.
See,
I could make
it's
like
awful.
I could make like a screwdriver because she liked that, or like a Bloody Mary, but I don't like those. I like those less.
All right, tradition. Do you want to do traditions that you're less? Didn't you already go? Didn't you go?
Oh, the
first?
Halloween one.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you went first.
Yes.
Traditions that you're less excited for.
Ooh.
What's your least favorite? That's a good question. What's your least favorite holiday?
Going to your family's Christmas.
Really?
Oh.
Can I tell you what mine is?
Going to your family Christmas.
Going to your aunt Blank's house, because here's why. We show up there at about noon, right? We show up at about noon.
We don't go till 2.
Okay, 2:00, and we're there till about 2:00 a.m.
No, we're not.
And we spend about 15 minutes
No.
doing presents and about 15 other minutes playing games. The rest of the time is just other people talking, me maybe trying to have a conversation, but just sitting around.
That chinchilla is active.
It's a long.
Yes, we're on location at Woods Connell's apartment. I
also
know.
known as a ranch.
Yeah.
They are crepuscular, and so he is just getting up for the night.
What does
Okay,
that
so
mean?
he's waking
It
up now.
means dawn and dusk.
Huh.
They're super cute though. Yeah.
Was there too much downtime where people were just talking at you, where there wasn't an organized activity like presents or games?
Yes, because we can entertain ourselves just by talking to each
Right.
other. 'cause-
Yeah, and that's weird to me. But no, it's not.
I
It's
know.
not like down. I mean, the whole thing is just people sitting around talking.
Yes.
And that's all. That always.
What do
bothers
you
me.
want?
I want to go home and play video games, or write, or do homework, or watch TV, or hang out with my friends that I can talk about like TV or life.
He doesn't
or
even.
things.
He doesn't like try to like find something that they can
That's
talk
not
about.
true.
You don't try very hard.
Right, because it's pointless.
Okay, well, anyway, let me tell you what I hate about your family.
Please do. Please do.
No, it's literally just like one tiny little part of the Christmas thing, but it gets under my butt and annoys me
Gross.
the entire time.
What?
It's your mother's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try not to really get super angry. So we'll eat. First of all, I don't eat their food.
Because it's bad.
Because it's not very good.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry that my family knows how to cook and your family doesn't.
Man!
And so, but even if I don't eat, all of the women have to get up at the end of the meal and
Yeah.
clean.
This drives me crazy.
All of the
Really?
women. And if a single man walks into that kitchen, they're like shooed away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Why?
And they like say, oh yes, grandpa's gonna sit in his chair and take a nap until dessert. And it just infuriates me.
Yeah. It's
One year I
almost
got there
stupid.
late, so I wouldn't like have to even like sit through the eating. That I don't do. And they still made me go up there and clean it. I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. Why?
Yeah. It's awful.
Ugh, I just
Everyone just cleans up after themselves at my
Yeah.
house.
Right.
Yeah.
or just
Because most likely the women are the ones that just cooked all day.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they fight the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody is happy to be there.
Constantly
in my
fighting,
family, yeah.
which I understand. Like holidays are a stressful time, so I
Yeah.
understand the
Right.
fighting, but I just can't. It
Yeah.
makes me not want to go ever.
Oh,
but
I never want to go either because the food's bad and you have to deal with all that crap.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yep.
That's the difference. Is whenever you complain about my family, I'm usually in
agree with
agreement
it.
with you. Yeah. All right. Other holiday traditions that you guys
That you don't
aren't
like.
excited for?
Don't like.
Yeah, that you don't like. You don't have to have.
Would you
one.
say that's like the one you don't like the most?
Either
is my family.
Either that or you know what? I'm really
It's making
not.
Christmas cookies now.
I don't know.
I'm really not a fan of decorating the tree.
Yeah, we've been talking about
I
this
like
because you
that.
guys know it's now the season of putting up trees at my house.
Well, most people have a tree.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
no, but you don't like it anyway.
Right, I don't.
It doesn't matter how many trees. He doesn't like it.
And how many
He likes a
trees
tree
do you have?
Probably like 25 this
Yeah.
year.
Right now, I only have room in this apartment for like my
A little
one.
tree?
a
Yeah.
3 foot.
There's no room in
Yeah, you don't really.
Seriously, because look, I got another little thing my mom gave me.
I think it was nice, though.
It's like brand new. It's just, it doesn't match, so I threw this over there. Like, it doesn't
It's
match
a gliding
at all.
ottoman.
Yeah.
It's just doesn't, I don't know. So I just threw that over there.
But yeah, he loves when it's decorated.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Mhm.
But decorating the tree he can't stand.
Well,
That's right,
hey,
yeah.
you know how to decorate a tree.
Listen, I go and I decorate a tree, then my mother comes
You're
behind me
real good.
and she zhuzhes it up. So
Oh,
I
well.
don't even really know how to
Yeah, we have a very
Did she zhuzh up your
specific
tree that you...
way to do
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she
Oh.
did. That was a beautiful tree.
I've never even been to your house.
it. I know. That's weird.
Yeah, I haven't been to your house at Christmas time.
That's weird. You should come to my house at Christmas time because we have a very specific stuff on our tree that's also very
See, that would be very interesting. to
European. You should come. We should make that happen. Yeah, we put stuff on in a specific order. There's like candy. We put candy on our tree. We put wooden ornaments, and we have a lot of really cool, like, sentimental and also like, from different countries and things like that are like important to our family. So I like decorating the tree, but like it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like putting lights on a tree. I can't stand
Yeah.
I
putting
have
lights
mine
on a
now.
tree. What is it?
What is it?
It's actually also decorating the tree at my dad's house.
It's too
Okay.
much.
It's
yeah.
so bad. Here it is. Okay, so my dad has to have a real tree every year.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we have
want
a
to
real
pay for
tree.
one.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so he
does
cuts
he
the
go?
top off of a really huge old
Oh.
tree. So like, you know how sparse this thing is? There's like the tree and it has like 3 hooks on it.
It's like a Charlie Brown
Oh
tree.
Yeah.
god, they're terrible. They're terrible every year. It's awful. It's just and then of course he waits till the last minute. He waits till like, I don't know, like a week or so before Christmas, and so it's like covered in snow, and we have to go out there and it's freezing and just wait for him as he tries to get the chainsaw working and blah blah, and we're just have to wait there, and it's usually only me, and then like it's
I have something now.
and then the year that like we did go and get oh my god, was it last year? The year I don't know. I think
You
we
went to
did
a tree
go.
farm
We
or
did
something?
go the last couple years to a tree farm to get trees and.
Because you ran out of trees because
Because
the tops
we're
off
running out of trees, and it's just like he has a really old truck, and like the back end of the truck like fell off and it was like on the road, and then like so we tried to tie the tree in, and then the tree fell out of the truck, and it was just like this whole big thing, and then I'm the only one that has to try to decorate the tree, and it's like trying to fill in all the spots, and my sister has to have her rainbow lights on it, and then she has to try to all the old ornaments from when we were little, and it's just.
I'm just thinking of you in the back of the truck when we went tubing.
Oh, yeah, holding the tubes down.
Oh, you're not
yeah.
kidding. That's how it is. It's how I
Do you
grew
know
up.
that there are people who like put up a tree on Christmas Eve and take the tree down the day after
Yeah,
Christmas?
that's crazy. Why even put
that's
it up?
stupid.
That is
Whoa.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's dumb. Why even?
My trees are up at least 3 months. Like,
Efficient.
yeah, I
mean,
Ours are
I
up
got to put them up to enjoy
Ours are
them.
like
Yeah.
the 12 days of Christmas, like whatever after Christmas. Yeah,
at least
Like,
at least a month and a half.
yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Well, I don't think we took our tree down the apartment until like the week before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I think so.
Like we,
For all the trouble it takes to put the tree up, we are not taking it
yeah. When people are just like, oh yeah, Christmas is over, take the tree. I'm like,
down. I know.
does it have to be?
Yeah, we can make
Magic can live on.
Yeah, not Halloween. Halloween's over, right?
Yeah, Halloween's over.
Halloween's-
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Over.
anyone else have other traditions?
I now think I end up being the one that wraps most of the presents in my family just because 2 years ago I started shopping in September. And I thought people that did that were crazy. But now that I started doing it,
You're like, yeah.
it's awesome. So shop as early as possible. And then my shopping is done. So then my family's like, well, can you wrap this present? And
That's
then
not how that works.
they complain, which I'm happy
and then
to
they
do.
complain about your rapid job.
Well, I do a really good job at wrapping, and I like wrapping. It's fine. But I use, quote unquote, too much tape because I'm trying to make it look really nice.
I love that.
And so they're like, oh, who wrapped this one? I'm just like, are you kidding? I wrapped
Like,
all of these
you're
presents.
welcome.
Like, right. So that would be the only
I
annoying
love a wrapped gift. Not saying I don't like bags.
Yeah, it's
I just think
I like
yeah.
the
I
wrapped
just think
gift.
they're lazy. I understand when you have something that's like so oddly shaped
Right.
Yeah.
that you're like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this in a box and it will be fine. Yeah, but like,
I agree.
nothing more than a wrapped gift.
Yes.
This is something that I would have been really surprised to hear before I met you, because my family, it's always boxes and it's wrapped, and that's what presents are. But when I first started having Christmases at Clever Girl's place, they're like
bags.
mostly like
They're
Christmas
all bags, really?
like like not
Because
plastic
my
bags,
mother, all my gifts are in bags because my mom wraps my gifts and I wrap everybody else's gifts. So
Yeah.
everybody else's gifts are wrapped except mine.
I understand. Yeah, I understand like having a gift or like couple gifts in a bag, but like all the gifts in the bag, it's just like
But it is environmentally friendly because we save the bags and we use them next year.
right. Yeah, we do that a lot, and with our boxes too.
And I try to recycle the wrapping paper because it is recyclable. So,
right?
but so I understand that it's more eco-friendly to buy bags and keep them, but I love
I
wrapped
always
gifts.
keep my bags.
Yeah.
And recycle them.
And bows, and if it's like a big piece of wrapping paper, like it was a big present, I keep it and like wrap smaller things in it.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Well, who has another question for the question? Carlos, who has another question for the group?
I have a question.
Yes, hit us.
Okay, so because Halloween isn't over yet,
That's right. It isn't.
what is your dream Halloween costume if money was no object? And if it's like a couple or a group costume, assume you have somebody that's doing it with you.
This is a dangerous question.
Yes.
What's yours?
So mine would be, well, I already did Carmen Sandiego, and that was like awesome. So that's like check off the list. But it's Elphaba from Wicked, but like full on, full on hat, broom, like makeup, like fully like the sexy black dress. Yes,
That would be a good one.
yes.
Do you
That's
have
it.
one? What's coming out?
I really want to do Regina next year.
Oh, mine also Gretchen
Which
Wieners
one?
though. Gretchen
The
Wieners.
one in the
Back brace.
back brace.
Back brace.
I think we talked about that.
Oh my gosh, did you see this thing on Facebook that one, it's like a friend's costume, the girl's the bus?
Yes.
Yes. That's amazing.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I really want to do that, but that wouldn't be that hard to make.
Right.
So I could totally do that.
But it's like doing it and having a place to wear it where somebody's gonna enjoy it. Like that's the trick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If it was a Mean Girls con, you'd go there.
There could be.
So
Yeah.
I want to do that, and I also want to do Pocahontas, but both of those aren't going to be. Pocahontas would be a little tricky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Be a little tricky.
Yep.
Yes.
So that would be my really. Pocahontas would be my one. That would be, I think. Come here, baby girl. Come here.
The cat is on the loose.
Misha Marie, come here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were recording the podcast.
Misha.
He's like, I'm sad.
Misha, baby, come here, girl.
Featuring.
Come on, baby.
What's yours, Al?
Well, you go first.
Baby girl. It's okay.
If money were no option.
Yeah, assume you also have like an amazing costume party to go to. Like you are going somewhere.
To
Like,
show it
It
off.
would
Yes.
be the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and have like a group of us actually do it and have just like really
like the original.
really good costumes.
Mhm.
Like with helmets and everything and where it's not awful.
Guys, I still want to go to one of those cons and do Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah.
Only if I get to do Scooby, though.
Can I be Shaggy?
Sure, you can be whoever you want.
I'll be Shaggy.
I want to be Scooby.
Daphne.
I don't want to be Velma.
Sucks to suck. No.
So,
Oh my god!
Oh, I'll be the Velma in the
Sucks to suck.
leather,
The sexy
the
Velma.
sexy Velma.
oh yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Don't Google sexy Velma Scooby Doo.
I think you mean do.
No,
Scooby
because
Doo.
they are not attractive people. Okay.
Oh no. So, is there anything else you would want to go as? Power Rangers? Anything else?
I will have to consult my Pinterest board.
Alright.
So you said Power Rangers, and then you said Scooby Doo.
I'll go. I would want to do, and I know it would be Batman, and I know that that's like, everyone goes with Batman, but I would, if money is no object, I would make a really, really good Batman suit. It would be like armor plating, and it would have gadgets and stuff, I would like use them and stuff.
Would you go with other people as other
Joker.
as other characters in the universe, or would you just go as
That would be
Batman?
neat. It would be cool if I could get like a Justice League thing where there's like a Wonder Woman and a Hawk Girl and everything, and like Green Lantern.
That's a group costume.
I've always wanted to do like a really, really good Uma Thurman Poison Ivy costume.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a really, really good one. But it's always difficult.
I would also want to go as my dream costume of all time would be Nightwing, but I couldn't do that unless I had the body for it. So if money is no object, I'll take some time off work and just
money
gym.
is no object.
Yeah,
It's your
so I just go
ideal.
to the gym and eat right and everything.
Shoot, I could change my whole life
Yeah.
based on this question.
Oh, you know what? I would wait. I would go as Robert Redford's character in Captain America: Winter Soldier, which means I'd be 80, and I would use that time from now to then to live my best life.
If money were no object, I would have a boy and a girl
Oh my gosh.
and have other friends, and we could all go as the Addams family.
I was just gonna say, I was like, this is the
goodness,
Addams family.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No, I feel like,
Morticia.
just full on Mean Girls is a good costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Because there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's
options.
like the Christmas one,
Yeah.
or like the traditional one, or prom, or
Yeah, and then there's like Janice.
Or
Damien.
Halloween.
There's
Yeah.
extra people too.
an ex-wife.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. You guys, I want to audition for that when it comes so bad. Like, I don't even know how or where or
touring
when.
production?
It'll be a couple
When
of
it's,
years.
and I know it'll be a couple of years, but I want to be ready for it. And I want to
That's
find
good.
out when.
Well, when it gets licensed and when a community theater does it around here.
I don't want to do a community theater one though.
Well, you have to go to New York, I think, to audition for
The traveling.
the touring
tour?
company. I think.
I know. I want to go audition for some things like in Chicago and stuff. Like just audition for it. Like I know I'm not going to get it, but like audition.
It's a good. It's
Yeah.
a good thing to say. Like, yeah, I did that.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, do you have a question for us?
I'm just not coming up with the questions right now.
Did you come up with a peeve?
She's like, nope, fresh out of those.
Fresh out of those.
All right, sold out of peeves. All right, well, does anyone else have anything they want to talk about? Anything that's going on? I have a YouTube series where, yeah. So it's Halloween. Go vote. There's lots of animals here.
Lots of animals.
Other things.
Support your local community
Totally.
theater.
All right, well, thanks for listening. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. spelled out the long way, Red2342. That's at MrRed2342. You can find the podcast if you want to tweet at us at Peeves and Qs. If you want to send us an email, you can do so at peevesandqspodcast@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. We're on iTunes. We're on all those places. I think I want to put the video, YouTube of this podcast. A lot of podcasts do that where there's YouTube. It's a YouTube channel and it's just an image of the thing, but it's the
audio.
Well, then start subscribing so
Subscribe.
we can get a good handle on that.
Yeah, it might not be for a little bit of time, especially because it's going to take so long to upload. I'm going to upload it and it'll be like 7 hours remaining because
Isn't that stupid? Because it's like 2 hours worth of material, but it takes like 5 times as long.
Speaking of my Let's Play series, those are like 10-minute episodes. They take like 2 hours to upload sometimes. And
Facebook
it's
is very annoying.
Yeah. All right, well, come back next week and bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.